guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over this pretty entertaining Reddit post that was sent from a subscriber, which is titled, I, a 26-year-old female, am engaged to an amazing guy that I love. Last night, I ran into my high school ex and felt a spark of young passion. Is this normal, and how do I realign my feelings toward the guy who is good for me? And guys, this whole post is about a gal. She's 26. She's engaged to this dude who's 28 years old. And he's a typical nice guy in the sense that he's stable, got a job, does well for himself, good-looking guy and all that. But for some reason, he doesn't give her those butterflies in her stomach. One of those type of things. Doesn't give her the spark of youth passion, as she says in her title. And to no surprise, she happens to run into her ex. And her ex, as you're going to see, is a typical bad boy, chatter Tyrone type that obviously he's an ex for a reason. Probably dumped her or something like that. And they had fun, and it rekindled the feelings. And now she doesn't know what to do. On the one hand, there's the good guy she's with, the guy she's going to marry, the nice guy. And then there's the Chad and Tyrone type, and she thinks that he's different. And that she obviously is considering, should I go back to him? And I'm doing this one as a perfect example to show you the crap that goes on in a lot of women's head. This is right here. This is posted for the world to see. And what they go back and forth with, and ultimately what they choose. Right? So for all you guys that watch this, that are relationship guys, and you're puzzled by all this, right here, perfect example of what's going on in the girl's head, the justification she makes, the excuses that she makes to justify her actions, because wait till you see how this is handled, stuff like that. And as I tell you guys all the time, for you relationship guys, understand this. If you are a man in your 20s or late 30s, 20s, late 20s, around 30 years old, and all of a sudden you're starting to have women pay attention to them, wouldn't give you the time of day when you're younger because you got a job now, and maybe you're a little more comfortable in your own skin, and you got some money, you're moving up. All of a sudden, these gals that wouldn't give you the time of day are now paying attention to you. That's because they want to settle. So you must be careful. Otherwise, you could be the guy that they settle for, but they don't lust for you at all. They can get together with you, but meanwhile, they're thinking about that ex, that bad boy that got away that they really wanted to be with, but Chad and Tyrone don't settle down. So you got to be careful. So you see here what's going on through her crazy little head. So it starts off. She says, So, I will try to keep this as short as I can. I'm engaged to the greatest guy I've ever met, who I met shortly after graduating college because he worked in the same office park that I do. After college, translation, I'm ready to settle. He is smart, funny, very good looking, and very, very stable. Ding, ding, ding. And pretty much everything a girl ever asks for in a guy. But when I was in high school, I had a very passionate but stupid relationship with my ex-boyfriend who was a deadbeat for the longest time, but I've heard through the grapevine he's become very successful. She says, for our smallish town. A very successful business owner. Everyone thought he would end up in jail or dead, so it's always been good to hear that he's doing better. He's a reformed bad boy. Now I can go with him, and then I can benefit from his success, but I can still have that excitement. And in her mind, she's thinking, I just knew he could do better. I knew he was a fixer-upper. And no, she said, you're deadbeat when he was in high school. Last night, I went out on a girls' night. Ding, ding, ding. It ended up at a country bar that is about an hour away from where I live right now, and about 20 minutes away from the town I grew up in. We were having a great time when I ran smack into my high school ex-boyfriend, which is the first time I've seen him in about 4 years. He asked me to dance, and I figured it wouldn't hurt anything, so I did, and we had a great time. So right here, it wouldn't hurt anything. I don't know about you guys, but if you were engaged to be married, would you want your fiance, soon-to-be wife, dancing in a bar when everybody's drunk with her ex? An ex that obviously he probably broke up with her. Okay? Would you want that? Or her dancing with any guy? But she's finding an excuse for that. So already it shows that she's someone that can't be trusted. I ended up talking with him at his table for the rest of the night, and it was really nice to catch up with him, and I never once felt guilty or that I was doing anything wrong with relation to my fiance. Well, there is something going on wrong, because obviously she's attracted to this guy. This isn't about friendship, and she was out there dancing with him. And what kind of dancing, I'd like to know. As anybody's guess. I'm sure there was some, what's it called, twerking going on, whatever the hell they call it, her shaking her ass. It is a country bar. Maybe there's some twerking on the line dancing. I don't know what, but the point is, I'm sure it wasn't good. But then at the end of the night, he insisted on hugging me, and I felt a spark of passion that I haven't felt since I was about 17 years old. To say that it shocked me is an understatement. From a fucking hug? Something tells me she's bored as hell with the nice guy she chose, because I told you guys, when they're ready to settle, like she said here, she said he's super, super stable. Ding, ding, ding. They can set their sight on that nice guy. They'll pick the nice guy a mile away, and they pick him. But that nice guys don't give the butterflies, the spark, the things that she talked about right here. Doesn't work that way. And even if you get a guy, in the beginning there's a spark, and the honeymoon period's all exciting, eventually that's going to fade. But a lot of women don't get that, or they don't care to get that. It's not going to last forever. And Chad and Tyrone may give you that spark, that passion, the butterflies, because they're unpredictable. You never know where Chad and Tyrone's going to be, when they're going to show up, when they're going to call, if they're going to call, if they're going to cheat on you. All these things that causes her emotions to be engaged and be a roller coaster, which the gals love. Women say they hate uncertainty, but they're drawn to uncertainty because Chad and Tyrone always bring uncertainty. Right here. She says, I love my fiance with my whole heart, but I don't feel that electricity when I'm with him, because nice guys don't bring electricity. It doesn't work that way. Like I said in the beginning, he was a great guy and would be an amazing catch for any girl, but this is really shaking me. Now, some people would say, oh, you're just having jitters. Wedding jitters, whatever. No, this is going to go on her whole life. She's the type, like in these stories, I'll marry this guy and eventually have everything and then start cheating or keep in contact with this guy. That's the way I see it's going. Now, to be honest, looking at this, maybe this is a good thing. It'd be a good thing, honestly, if she broke up with this fiance to go back with her Chad or Tyrone, because that way this guy wouldn't marry the wrong woman. That would be nice, honestly. But the odds are she probably will get with this guy because he's stable, the nice guy. But keep in touch with the Chad and Tyrone ex. But you see, guys, the shit that goes through her head. I guess my question is, are these type of experiences normal for people? And if so, how do I realign my feelings to where I actually start to feel that spark with my fiance instead of feeling it towards a guy who I know is very bad for me? So she knows this guy's trouble. Absolutely, she knows how shadow it out, but she's drawn to him. This is why I tell you guys, if you can find a happy medium for your relationship, guys, between the nice guy and the bad boy, you got it made. Because you don't want to be a jerk, or you don't want to have a prison record or something like that. But so she wants to know, how can she get those butterflies with a nice guy? You're not. It doesn't work that way. Okay? But at the end of the day, who are they going to go for? Are they going to follow their brains? Are they going to follow their heart or their emotions? Take a wild guess. So now here are some comments from different people about this particular subject that I thought was entertaining. One guy says, the person who gives you stability isn't going to be the person who makes you feel the rush, because they're opposite feelings. Unless you and your partner are both driven towards a life full of adventure and you have a great sex life. However, the way you describe your current relationship shows that you are happy in a stable and healthy relationship, which is amazing that if that's what you're looking for. If not, spice it up with the help of your partner. You don't have feelings for your ex, you're just dying to feel that spark again. Nothing to be ashamed of, but don't mix things up. I would say that she's definitely bored with the stable guy, because stable guys don't have that excitement. Now, they can definitely try to mix things up by him being unpredictable and picking, surprising her with dates and stuff like that, and surprises and stuff like that. But still, it's not the same as the bad boy. Nice guys can't be bad boys, and bad boys can't be nice guys. But nice guys can learn to have a spine and check the girl and not put her on a pedestal and learn to make things interesting. Women hate predictability. They like things unpredictable. So for your relationship, guys, what I mean by that is, don't do the same freaking date every week, the same restaurant, same day of the week. You mix things up. Different days of the week, different times, different locations, being unpredictable, being spontaneous. I know this is a pain in the ass. I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear this because it's not the relationship channel, but I'm giving pieces of advice. This can help you nice guys not get into a situation like this. And also other things that you can do. by acting like a man, being masculine, being a leader. But generally, nice guys can't be like this. But anyhow, it's interesting. You can see she's writing it in a way that please tell me how I can have that feeling with this nice guy, but I don't think she's going to stay with him. Now the guy says, let me tell you how this will play out. He says she will accidentally stumble upon the same bar next weekend and be disappointed that her ex is not there. She's likely going to steer her friends towards that bar a few more times. If she doesn't find her ex there, she will, all innocent, text her ex just to catch up. Just to keep in touch, because it was so nice to see him and catch up. And from there, things will only degrade. As someone else said in the comments, she is someone who we know for sure will cheat. She has no problem stepping on the boundaries of a normal relationship should have. She lies to us, anonymous people on the internet. She says she hugs everyone, but then she says he begged her to hug her. Then she says she hugged him. She oscillates from lie to lie. In other words, this guy here doesn't believe a word she says. Oh, her boyfriend wouldn't care she danced with her ex, she said in a comment. Then another says he would maybe be mad about it. Oh, well, she didn't tell him about the hugging because it was implied. Yeah, she had no problem going dancing with that guy because that was okay, and hugging the dude and feeling that spark. He says, oh, he only told her boyfriend what she saw her ex, not that she spent the whole night with him at the bar. She's trickle-truthing us. She probably has a gaslight chamber at home for her boyfriend. Do you see how she talked about her boyfriend? He's just the guy she pays the bills, essentially. But her ex is the guy with the sparks. It doesn't take a rocket science to predict her next move. Yeah, the next move, just like he said here in this comment, which hits the nail right on the head, is that they'll go back to that bar, hoping to run into him. She won't see him. Then she'll reach out. Facebook, Instagram, text, I don't know what, just wanted to say hi. And that's where things tend to unravel. So, in a weird way, I actually hope that maybe she ends it with the guy, because otherwise she's going to marry this guy, the nice guy here, who's probably a great guy, and next thing you know, it'll be like one of these stories I go over. So hopefully then she goes off with a bad boy, and this good guy can move on. Probably what will happen is she'll break it up with the nice guy, her fiance, go off with a bad boy, it won't work, and then she'll go back crying to the nice guy, and he'll take her back, and off we go again. One of those deals. And the next thing you know, he'll be watching my channel and writing in a story saying, I should have just cut it off completely, blah, 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 or how do I stop being that nice guy? I don't know. But anyway, guys, this is a quick one, but I thought it'd be a very good one. This was sent to me by a viewer. You didn't leave your name, but you know who you are. That'll be a perfect example to show you the mindset and the justifications for certain things to go through. So for you guys out there that are relationship guys, just be careful. Really get to know your girl and understand how the mindset goes. And be careful, again, if all of a sudden the gals that wouldn't give you the time of day are now giving you the time of day because you've gotten older and they're getting older. Because they fear that number 30. They fear being close to number 30 without a ring on their finger or a dude they're getting serious with because all their girlfriends are starting to get married. So they got to do it too. Be careful. So there you go, guys. That's how they think. Be sure to comment down below, guys. Let me know what you think about this. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.